So people have asked us, what have we been up to this summer? I haven't heard about the project in a little while. And as a little bit of an update, where we've been doing, or what we've been doing, is a lot of work. The process required us to perform a number of studies, and we've been very busy with our consultants working on those studies. We have them all complete now. We've turned them all into the city of Kingston, and we look forward to being able to review them with the planning board and with the other interested agencies to talk about the results. To name a few: traffic study, visual impact study, the impacts on the environment from a historical point of view, from an archaeological point of view, sewer and water capacity, all the things you need to study when you're doing a significant project to make sure that that project will work in the space that it was planned. So we're very proud of the work that we were able to accomplish over the last several months. We got all of this work done, at least in draft form. We've presented them all, and we're really excited to review everything with the planning board next week and listen to comments and feedback and ways we can make the project even better.
And those studies actually are all posted on the City of Kingston website. So anybody who's interested can go to the website under the planning, pull them up, look at any of the individual ones, and bring their questions to the meeting next Monday.
I think the two that are the most important would be traffic and visual impact. So visual impact first. Over the past 2 years, we've done a number of changes to the building. From meetings we've had with various members with the community, historic landmarks, the planning board members, the city administration itself, just general business and residents. And we've made, like I said, we've made a lot of changes, so that doesn't mean the changes are done. So based on comments and feedback that we might hear coming up at these meetings, we can still further tweak things. For instance, colors. Colors are very easy to change. The overall size and scope of the building is pretty well set, but tweaking colors and how they interact with each other, we're open to suggestions on. As far as traffic goes, a big question was, what would be the impact of closing down Fair Street Extension? And after the study came back, we found that there's actually very little impact to closing down Fair Street Extension. Kind of a gut feel of Brad and his family, having the warehouse been there for so long and being involved in the plaza, was that not a lot of people use that steep incline road, but we need to have the data to prove that to ourselves and to everyone else. And we were pleased to see that the traffic study came back and showed that redirecting traffic around and creating more pedestrian access is actually going to be beneficial.
We've had overwhelming support of the project as a whole. Any number of people have reached out to us during this period when we were doing the studies that Joe's referring to. I think a lot of people got worried, like, where are these guys going? Is this project still going to happen? And we feel the phone calls. It's been great. We really remain very excited about the project. We know we're not there yet. We're going to have a lot of changes coming forward. We look forward to hearing the input from the community next Monday at the next public hearing. As Joe referred to, we could tweak what the actual project looks like from a color standpoint. We were focusing primarily on the historic district. The meetings we've been going to, that's the primary emphasis that we were asked and that was our charge. Obviously, we have a vested interest of what it looks like down from Swank Drive in the intersection with the Kingston Plaza and the pedestrian access. So we hope to enhance that and make sure that blends in, probably similar in theme to what we've done in the plaza, with some of the things with colors that Joe's talking about. So great. We appreciate all the support, not just of the business community, but also the politicians have been great working with us. They all have input. And, the toughest thing we have is trying to please everybody. Everybody kind of attacks this thing from a different angle of what is most important to them, and we get it and it makes sense, and it's normal. But we can't be all things to all people, so we try to put as much into this project that we can. Address the issues, what our original goals were asked by the City of Kingston in the RFQ. So that's our focus is still going to stay on that, which is the 420 space parking garage, the walkability with the apartments, enhancing the business community, the non-homestead taxpayers up there. We are in the middle of the largest business district, so it's a process. We're still, believe it or not, in the fairly early stages of it. So we have a lot of work to do going forward, but it's going to be done in a much more constrained time frame. And things will move a little quicker once we get through the secret process.
Or hoping just to hear feedback, both positive, negative, any criticism, any hope. I mean, I guess what I'm hoping for is a great idea. If someone comes up with a great idea that we haven't thought of yet, that'd be amazing. We don't expect everyone to just come pat us on the back, and we also hope that we won't have just overwhelming criticism of any of the studies or visual impacts. We love to hear a great idea. We love to hear some constructive thought. That's I guess the biggest hope out of any public hearing is that the project becomes better as a result of the process.
And that's the purpose. That's why the public hearing takes place. We find an idea, or if someone points out an issue, we have a chance to mitigate it and take care of it, address it, and move forward.
The various 3 different mayors have recognized that the Uptown Business District, the Stockade District, needs parking in order to have it move forward. They've tried multiple RFPs to get some developer to build parking, which is extremely expensive and loses money. Don't forget that. It's extremely expensive to build, and it will lose money every day in every parking space. With enough economic development on top of the parking garage to subsidize the cost of building and operating the garage. So that's what we were charged with doing, and we've come up with a project that does that. We balance building residential, commercial, hotel space with additional parking spaces all in one spot to help stop the boom and bust cycle, or at least, help. It's not one project's going to cure everything, but help slow down that cycle which is taking place over the decades in the Uptown Business District. That's why this project came about, and we're really proud of the idea and the ability to pull this off, which wouldn't be possible without the Jordan family and their adjacent property and their history here of business in Kingston. So we feel we've got the right team and the right project in place to accomplish the goals that have been sought at for many years.
Again, we appreciate the support we've been given and shown so far by both, the residents of the city of Kingston and the business community. But we hope that they continue to show that support. We don't want people to get complacent. They think that, okay, these guys are moving forward. We are moving forward. We remain really excited about, the prospects of getting this thing down and the vibrancy of Uptown Kingston, what's going to result if we're able to pull this thing off. We know we have, again, work to do, but we want, the public continuing to show their support is very important. I think everybody's known that. We've done a great job of that so far, but we kind of ask people to, stay with us and continue to show that, so the people that are making the decisions know that the public's behind us.